Because
Yes.
I think we got people from all over the world. My name is Seetha Lakshmi. I'm originally from Madurai, Tamil Nadu, and right now I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. And
Wonderful. So good to have you here. Why don't you quickly introduce yourself a little bit about your family?
Sure. Actually, I was introduced to Indian and Unna through my sister Sridevi. They know each other for more than 15, 20 years. And right now I'm living in Fort Worth. I'm a Salesforce developer past 2 years. And my husband, and he's a general manager for Continent Suites. And I have a son who is working in American Airlines as a Tableau programmer. And I have a daughter, 19 years old, studying second year of college.
Wow, that's such a beautiful family, and thanks for introducing yourself. Seetha, for the benefit of everybody here to understand, why don't you share, how was your health condition a few years back? What was the health challenge that you were going through?
As Anigan mentioned in my spotlight, I was suffering with the depression past 11, 12 years. And I met Indian, I think last June. My depression was kind of okay, but still I was struggling to get up every day in the morning. Doing my day-to-day activities was a big struggle. Like getting up in the morning itself is a very big struggle for me. And doing my day-to-day activities was like climbing in a mountain. And every day it was like a big hassle doing small things. And I was not even cooking. I was telling Indian, like, I forgot where is the kitchen. So that's how it was.
Right, Seetha. But that was the end result of 10 years of your journey prior to that, and it was not easy at all. We know that. So if you can tell us, was it easily detectable for you? Because see, the brain and the mind for most people is still in, I mean, for the human science itself, I think it's a unexplored universe, right?
Yes.
And so, what was the initial stages, and how did it take you through the journey? What was your challenges in that?
Initial stages, I didn't even know the word depression when I first got it, because those days it all started around 2007 or 2008. I was always tired, so I thought maybe I'm working hard. Because we had myself and my husband, we were managing a hotel, Ramada Limited. It is in a small called Minerals for 50 miles from Fort Worth. So I was taking care of the hotel, helping my husband. My kids were young, like 6 and 10 those times. So I was thinking like maybe I'm working too much. So 2008, 9, 10, it was downhill. And 2010 was the first time I was always tired. Like I'll sleep for like 10, 12 hours straight without not even getting up. So that time we thought that some evil spirit got into me. That was that was the first direction my family did. They took me to all the places where they can take off black magic. So I was then we went to some allopathic doctors. They gave me like tons and tons of medicine, which gave me lots of side effects. They gave me hallucinations. I started hearing voices, and because of the medicines, made me sleep all day. Like I will be sleeping 12 hours, 15 hours straight without eating or drinking anything. So, and after that, after like 2-3 years, I started educating myself. Then I found it was because of depression, because it runs in my family too. So then the long journey started, finding the right medication. So I also had a medicine resistance. So which means that a combination will work for me for 6 months, and then it won't work for me. I had to find a new combination. So that fight went on for like years. Like it'll work, we'll find a medicine, it'll work for 6 months, then I had to find a new combination. So from 2012 till 2018, 19, struggle. Then I started taking Ayurvedic, herbal medicine, flower medicine, acupuncture, and you name it, everything under the world. Like if someone tells me, if you drink this, your depression will be cured, I will drink it. So I was so desperate. Like I will try everything under the sun. So finally, my sister told me, like, why don't you talk to Indian and Una? They will help you to find, because you tried everything. So I was like, okay, one more, it's not going to hurt me to try one more person, one more thing. So,
No, Seetha, we truly, appreciate, because, after having tried so many, alternatives, many years, right? You still did not, and we remember the initial discussion that we had, and honestly, we were concerned because I remember you saying, Indian, I'm unable to cook all, thanks to my husband who's helping me at home, thanks to my son who's helping me, and but we could, see a very sincere, person there wanting to give your best shot, overcoming it, and then getting back to life, right? And
yeah, Seetha, actually, because people in the US would be really able to appreciate this much, much more because, I recall you speaking about your driving also. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Actually, during my depression times, I had to take my kids because we had to work as a part-time drivers in the evening. Like I had to take them to Kuman, Taekwondo, Chinese math, dance. So those times I had to drive almost like 100 to 120 miles a day because their command was like in a different city. So it was like 50 miles one way, 100 miles. And the Taekwondo class was another part of the town, which is like 40 miles up and down. So in a good weekend, I'll be driving like 200 miles a day. So while I was driving from one city to another, I had to go through a path which was like very alone path. Like it's not very much traffic. It's kind of going through kind of a jungle place. So it was though whenever I'm driving there, I feel kind of not very good. Sometimes when I'm taking the medication, I'll be driving and suddenly I'll forget where I'm going. So I will stop the car in the middle of, I have to go and stop in a sideway and I'll completely forget where I'm going. So I had to call my husband and he'll tell me, you have to go there, or my son will direct me. So I can't even imagine how I did it. But I did it. I think, I don't know. Sometimes my mom will be saying, like, we don't even know how your children are alive because you put them in so much trouble. I think they become very resilient.
Yeah. And Seetha, was where you tried both, to various solutions, both in the US and in India, correct?
Yes.
You tried, in various methods of medication. It was not,
Yes.
not restricted.
Yeah,
only
actually, just in US itself, I might have tried 15 different doctors. And in India, maybe 20 to 30.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah. Family that they supported you both here in India, your family.
Yeah, actually, my whole family supported my sister, mother, everybody. They kind of, if they come across anything that cures depression, they will tell me, okay, why don't you try this? Because everybody, I think, because of my depression, the whole family become expert in curing depression.
Seetha, now how is your health condition?
It's very, very good now. I'm able to do my daily activities without any difficulties. The main problem was getting up in the morning, which is not a hassle anymore.
Yeah, how fast that particular hassle once you started the program?
Yeah, within like 2 to 3 weeks. That was amazing. I remember talking with Una and Ini and what was your first problem? I said, getting up is like I have forced my take 2 cups of coffee, wash my bath, but I'll be too tired. That was the first change I noticed with less than 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. I noticed a big change, which I was not having a problem in getting up. Getting up started getting easier. Then it started happening one by one, everything started happening. I was able to concentrate. I was able to focus on what I'm doing. I was able to cook. Like right now, when I was talking to Una, I told We had a big layoff in my department from about 80 people. Now we only have 12 people, but the work for 80 people is still there. We are sharing the work, which if it's 2 months or if it is last year, I couldn't even imagine. I might have quit. Like I couldn't even take that pressure anymore. And I'm able to take care of the work pressure. I mean, I'm still cooking 2 to 3 meals a day, which I never thought I could do it if you asked me last June.
Right. And the other thing that you were also saying was about, last June, if you had to speak to a few people, it would have been.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I would never accepted this. I'm like, no, I can talk with. I was so to show my face because I feel that I'm not worthy enough. I'm not good enough to talk to people.
Right. Seetha, I even start crying unreasonably, during the day. And that even some of your best moments that you were unable to celebrate or be happy about, right?
Yes.
I
Yes.
remember you saying that. So how is it now compared to, that kind of a situation?
Right now, I'm happy without no reason. I'm just happy always. Before that, I need a big reason to be happy. Like I was like, even if you give me the whole world in front of me, I was not feeling happy. I was so sad that what's wrong with me? Like, why I'm not happy? Like that was the big question. Like, I'm like, why my husband will buy me things, my family will do me things to make me happy, but I won't be happy for anything. I'm like, I was worried, like, why I'm become a monster or something? Like, why nothing is making me happy? Like, why I'm so unsatisfied? But now I don't need a reason to be happy. I'm just happy with no reason.
So how is your family treating it now? Because
I
they've
was
seen you that for the last 15 years.
I actually, if you ask my sister, they were having a funny talk. Like my husband couldn't believe because he always saw a depressed Seetha. Like past 15 years, he always had a depressed Seetha. He was like, he looks like a new person. And my brothers and sisters were like, this is the original Seetha. This is how she was before. So for them, it's like seeing me 15 years back. But for my husband, it's like a totally different person.
Right. And Seetha, tell us about, your conquering, what you have also conquered in the past, ever since you gave up your, medication. I think anything that you want to speak about that?
Actually, I just, last month, I completed my Salesforce developer PD1 certification.
Wow.
That was pending past 2 years. Like I was putting it on the shelf for like past 2 years. I was, no, it's too much. It's too hard. I cannot do it. And after I gave up my medication in January, I decided, okay, I'm going to do it before my birthday. And it took me like a week preparation and I kind of able to pass it. So, which I couldn't even believe that I can do it if you asked me last year.
Brilliant.
And your medication, what is happening with regards to that?
I completely stopped last January 5th, I think. We kind of slowly, I didn't stop it completely right away. From June, I was taking till September. And then from September, I kind of slowly reducing. The psychiatrist first reduced my dosage from, I was taking 1 mg. So they reduced to half mg and then a quarter. And then I was taking every other day. I was slowly tapering it. And then I was taking once for 3 days and then once for a week and then once in 2 weeks. And then I completely stopped on first week of January. So it's almost 2 months now.
I just want to take a minute here for everybody. Any alternate, changes to your medication should happen through the medical
Yes.
practitioner who's, treating you, right? As a wellness coach, we are here to guide you, help you make lifestyle changes, will positively have an influence on your, health condition. But any kind of an change to your medical dosages, right? Medicine dosages should happen with a consultation of your medical practitioner. Yeah.
And Seetha, what are the 3 key points that you feel is, as part of this program that you've done with us in WQ, what do you credit the 3 key points?
The first thing is my coach, Unna Nini's commitment. Even when I was kind of slipping away, she will call me and then remind me, okay, this is how you have to eat. They both guided me like what I should eat, how I should eat, how much I should eat. So that was a big eye opener for me. And then the second thing is their commitment. The third thing I would say is the Sunday meetings. That was a big motivation for me. Like every Sunday I can meet people, I can see how they overcome their difficulties. So I was like, I'm not alone. So if they can do it, I can do it. That was kind of a motivation I got.
And that's wonderful to hear, Seetha. And what would you say to other people who are in a similar journey with regards to whatever they want to transform in their health?
It's like whenever you're struggling with depression or any kind of illness, sometimes you feel like there is no light in the tunnel. There is no end to the tunnel. Like for me, it was like a 12-year journey. I was very depressed. I was like, when this is going to end? Like, there is no light for me. There is no hope for me. But finally, I was able to come out after like 11 years. So for all the people, I would say there's still hopes. There's still light there. You just have to keep hanging there and just try everything that you can do.
Absolutely, Seetha. We are so happy. You won't believe, because we've known your mother. She's had a tremendous transformation. Your sister, the entire family, and we are so happy that we actually have the Seetha that your family back here in India is able to recognize. Right, wonderful. Congratulations to you, and thank you for coming up here, taking time off and also sharing your personal journey. It's not been easy, but trust me, your sharing is something that will make a very, very positive impact in so many people's lives. Thank you for taking time. Yeah.
And
Thank you
kudos
so
to
much.
your husband and the two
Two children. Yeah, absolutely. I think without them, we couldn't have done it at all. All credit actually goes to you, your husband, and both the children, right? Wonderful.
Yes, and my family and my brother and sister and my mom too.
Absolutely, absolutely. No questions about it. Wonderful.
Thank
Wonderful.
you so much. Thank you both.
Thank you.